And much more pleasant forecast ahead. In fact, we're going to be back to near average conditions for this time of year, even a little bit below that by the time we get to the end of the work week. Sunshine across the board here. Not a big risk of thunderstorms in this area yet. 60s along the coast. We're looking at a lot of low clouds and fog, only partial afternoon clearing. Low 90s for the valley, and that includes all of us throughout the valley. 90s for the foothills, and then up top for the Sierra, close to 90 for tomorrow afternoon. Here's a look at where we see the biggest thunderstorm risk for today. And again, east of the crest, up towards the peaks near Yosemite. But for the most part, things have been pretty quiet in the Tahoe Basin, which is good news since we're fighting so many fires that were lightning sparked in Northern California. Thunderstorm risk again will be mainly along 395 over towards Yosemite, and then more so east of the crest towards Las Vegas and through the desert Southwest, kind of hugging over in the desert Southwest for the time being around that ridge of high pressure. In the Gilmore backyard, heading out on this Monday, not a bad evening to take a walk. We're at 90 degrees for Sacramento, 93 in Stockton, 95 for Modesto, 97 for Marysville, which is a little bit more on the warm side, but that's down from yesterday's temperatures well into the 100s. And then 90 for Tahoe, again, sunny skies and that great breeze coming through. Love this. Bill Stahl sent me this picture back in May. He said the babies are growing. Look at this. We got some teenagers out there with Mama Duck. That was out at Lake Natoma. Thank you so much for submitting those great photos to our Weather Force. You can do so by uploading them on the ABC 10 app. Just hit the weather tab. You can scroll down. That's where you'll see where to upload photos after you get through your weather forecast, which, by the way, has the hour-by-hour forecast. Very helpful, especially planning things during the summer heat. It'll still be warm because we are in early July where temperatures average about 93 degrees, but at least we're starting to see that ridge of high pressure that has been bringing the heat move off to the southwest there. And we are going to see that being a very active area for thunderstorms as well. Still have that monsoon season going on, but without the high pressure ridge kind of sitting over us, we won't draw on that moisture into the Sierra. Low to the north of us is going to start pressing our way on Thursday. That will be about the coolest day in the forecast with below average temperatures heading our way by the time we get to Thursday. Nice to see that in the outlook. Highs will be near 90 again for this year. We're at 93 for Forest Hill and Pollock Pines. Angels Camp coming out of the 100s into the upper 90s tomorrow. Same for Sonora and Ione, Jackson and Auburn, both at 95 degrees, as well as Nevada City. We'll see mostly sunny skies straight across the board here, and highs will be in the 80s. By the time we get to Wednesday, we'll take that right on through the beginning of our weekend. Highs in the 60s along the coast with a lot of low clouds and fog. Again, mostly cloudy skies. Quite a transition as we move out of the valley. Low 80s for Fairfield, Antioch at 88 degrees. We're still close to 100 for Turlock, Patterson at 99. So you can see farther we are from that breeze. We're still moving into some 100s there, but certainly closer to access to that breeze. Things are cooling into the 80s to low 90s through the Sacramento region. Still at 102 for Oroville. Colusa, we're at 101. Folsom, Roseville, 95 degrees. Elk Grove, though, courtesy of that breeze, 91 for tomorrow afternoon. Nice to look forward to a Tuesday as we head towards Thursday and Friday. Highs in some areas in the upper 80s to right around 90, and we'll still stay in the 90s for the upcoming week.